One. Hey, Greg, happy Monday. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's a pretty day today.
Good day.
I was kind of bullish. Good day, yeah. I had a good day. You do all right?
I did all right. I came in short oil. That's all I needed, and I covered that up and flat again. So back to the ebb and flow. More importantly, let's continue our conversation that we've been starting here. I sent you an article over the weekend, Money and the Meaning of Life, and it was talking a little bit about how smart people do dumb and gluttonous, for a better word, things. So let's talk a little bit about greed.
I love that. I have a great line you'll like. Nothing exceeds like excess.
Nothing exceeds like excess.
I'm so guilty in this one. I mean, hell, here, hold on. Let's just find some handcuffs and tie my rolling and this thing together. You can't make people more guilty than, before I did that whole jungle thing. Before I had to have this $6 million house next to by Bill Gross. And, I had to have somebody was telling me, when the 360 Ferrari came out, oh, you have to get that one. And then, I just had to keep rolling Ferrari to the next, I had 5 black Range Rovers because every year they came out a new one. I had to buy a new one.
Right.
So I just had them all, just nothing exceeds like excess. I just had so many cars.
Yep.
I mean, the maid's driving a Range Rover, the nanny, it's just like everybody is, our maid looked tired towards the end of the day. We got the maid a maid.
Right.
It was a 2-bedroom apartment at the house. We bought the maid a maid. I mean, it's just so stupid that, if I'd have just put away a few dollars, I mean, I'd be much better today, even though, by living here in Hawaii, I went the other way. No, I'm so stupid. I went so excessive the other way is I got greedy like a pig and I started keeping all my money and living in the jungle and driving the same crappy car for 10 years. So I'm a perfect example of screwing up both sides. It's perfect that you picked it.
Well, as am I. I mean, I've been as guilty. It's funny in my life. Matter of fact, I went on a long midday run today, about 7 miles up the river and back with a friend. And I was having this conversation with him, Greg, and the conversation was, I can tell you 3 times, I gave him 3 examples in my trading life where, the mistakes were the same. In one instance, and they were each successive loss was bigger than the next. And I was just asking him, and I don't think it's any different in anybody's life, whether you're a trader or you're a home builder or whatever you may be. What do you think it is in our makeup that, as you said, allows us to either wallow in our stupidity to the upside or in our tightness to the downside? Like you said, you started saving every penny and burying it.
Oh, I see such unhealthy attachments to money where people are just like, will go to the bathroom rather than pick up the check.
Right.
Or, it's just one thing after another. And it's, to me, obscene that, just all of the crazy combination of, I don't know if these dogs are barking on. Hold on, let me close it door. Shut up! Hey! Enough! Whatever it is. The bottom line is, but people have done it in all kinds of areas. I had when I was single, it was just, fighting with your friends over, how many girls you could hook up when you were young. It's a physical thing. I mean, I've been in states of overtraining, ridiculous. I mean, you're out on a 7-mile run, maybe, that was planned, I'm on my way to the gym now. It's a really cool Hustler t-shirt. In that gym, there's a bunch of steroid people that are just like overshooting.
Last night,
growth hormone and steroids, and I guess this bicycle guy's in trouble now.
Everybody, 60 Minutes is telling the story of all the cyclists, which is not a new story, but now everybody is being brought down by the government, and they're being squeezed to talk on the next guy. But it's overeating, oversexing, over texting, over phone use, over technology. These things are all going on, and I think it's kind of a situation where we are culturally that just can't sustain itself. Obviously, it's breaking in a lot of areas. Financially, the market's broke. You had the stock market bubble 2000. You had the housing.
We have the new bubble now. I mean,
you got a new bubble now.
This LinkedIn thing, they can't remember my password. Everybody wants me to be on this thing, but my password program protector thing can't remember the password to that. I can't even use the friggin' thing. And now what? It's bigger than half the S&P stocks, or a third? I mean, what are we going to do? It's too big to fucking fail? We have to bail this IPO out next week? Right. I mean, it's just one stupid thing after another, and everybody being in the stock market is the stupidest thing. Everybody wants to talk about trading. I mean, I don't care if it's, a mid-level manager at a supermarket or, look, everybody's job's their job. I mean, money is on that end like water. It's going to find its own level. I mean, right. I have a great example. When I was a retail broker, I had a situation where I probably shouldn't say the name, one of the first few hires at AOL come to me with all their stock options, and I built them an equity, an option caller that lasted, where they could get millions and millions of dollars tax free, and they would be locked in at 100+ million, and if the world came to an end, they would have been at like 80 million. And I could have rolled it and kept it going, and they got wooed away from me, and they ended up bankrupt. I mean, I had another woman that was worth maybe $80 million, and she was an investor in my fund, and she drives a Honda Accord.
Yeah.
Lives in a garage, people just can't, we all have to constantly introspect to try to keep, our good fortune intact, I guess, Lindsay Lohan,
Yeah, no, and so here's, I think kind of the crux of it for me, and there's kind of three things if you're going to play in any game in life, whether it's the game of Monopoly or the game of trading or the game of climbing up the corporate ladder. I think the three things, and Janice Dorn, Dr. Dorn sent out this piece today on beliefs, and she started with a Chinese proverb, which I think was right on. The three things that every person must know in any game that you're going to play. What are the rules? What are the stakes? And when do you quit?
Yeah, that movie Revolver was really good. The Guy Ritchie movie. If you want to get better, you have to play a better opponent.
Right.
Same sort of thing. I would say in trading, that's got to be the paramount error that I would say that most people make. The reason why 90% of people lose, I would say the number one error above any and everything is not having a beginning, a middle, and an end. Not starting a campaign. Not saying, I'm going to do this. See, then you don't ride, maybe you ride your winners as long as the campaign is going to last. Or if you wrote down, I'm going to ride, my goal is X or Y. Not having predefined exit strategy for wins and losses. Getting greedy, riding, I have personal experience with people that, I've seen just disasters as a retail broker. Just people can't, a stock they bought at 40 goes to 60, it pulls back to 55. They say next time it goes to 60, I'm selling it. It's at 20, they're doubling up. It's on its way. I've watched people ride Lucid and just keep adding all the way from 90 down to $1, and it never got better, I don't think. I mean, I've just seen disaster after disaster, and I would never urge anybody to go into this business unless they went at it from a standpoint similar to a game.
Right.
If you want to treat everything they say is bad is good. I mean, it's Orwellian. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. It is a game. It's all these things they try to bastardize. Oh, no, it's investing. No, it doesn't matter. No, it is a game and it is gambling. And once you start looking at it that way, then you got a shot at beating the system.
Yeah.
Or beating the game.
Exactly. And it is a game. You have to look at, I mean, we've talked about this so much. I mean, and it's the same thing. It's like, and if you don't understand the rules, learn them, please, before you come in here. Like we always talk about this, Greg. Simulation. Practice. Don't come in here with real money unless you expect to lose it. If you've never played the game. I mean,
there's no learning curve to losing money. I say it again and again. And people, just because you can go read on something for 5 minutes or go to some webinar and then open an account and put money in doesn't mean that you get, the worst thing you could do in that case is win out of the box. Then you're dead. Now you're ruined. I got both these dogs just so screwed up. But, see, I'm greedy. I'm addicted to unconditional love. Bear with me one second. Put it on hold now. Hold on. For fuck's sake! What? Shut up! No more! Did you put it on hold?
No.
Really, you gotta edit that out. You gotta edit today, sorry. It's not that hard. So, or leave it in.
I'm leaving
it just makes it too long.
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up here. The bottom line is, you know, you can.
It doesn't matter what it is. If it's training, if it's food, if it's gambling, if it's sex, if it's everything. I mean, I think that, you know, the only thing I would throw out to people, everybody says that we have these talks or stuff and we don't offer enough proactive stuff. So the one thing I would throw in is journals.
Yes.
I mean, if you don't write it down, it didn't happen.
And
so if it's a trade journal and you wrote it down, my stop is this much. If it's your diet, you know, I wrote down what I've eaten today. I had some walnuts and some cherries and some Baileys and coffee. I got liquored up first thing in the morning. Probably shouldn't do that. But, you know, I know exactly what I did.
Right.
You know, there's no gray area.
And in that trading, you know, talk about what you did, when you bought, when you sold, what you were feeling. You know, these are the things that I've always liked to journal when I'm writing about. What was my plan? Did I execute my plan? Did I drift from my plan? Write all these things down. Be true to yourself. That's the only way you're going to learn and get better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Trade journal. I mean, you know, to me, it's all automated. It's all money management. It's just, you know, how much do I roll the marbles for? Because I defend my bets. But, you know, that's all I have out in the whole world. It's so boring. All I have is the 2-year and this VIX.
Yep.
Little game I'm playing. I mean, I'm long ball. I think I might get paid. On the VXX.
Volatility broke out today. It's looking better. And, you know, like I said, I think it's you and I are in the concourse that volatility will be to the upside the next 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, as a side note, I rolled all my 25s down to 22s on Friday for 95 cents. I bought $3. It seemed like a good deal.
Yeah.
When things were breaking, we'll see, you know, I poured more money into this trade. You know, I certainly think I'm going to be right here. But, you know, I'm looking for a home run, and if I lose on this, I lose. But at least I know what I'm going to lose, you know. It's a finite amount of dollars.
Again, rules of the game, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to quit, know when to walk away. We'll see you next time, Greg, on the backside with the next subject here, point of view.
If you don't edit the dog thing, everybody, don't listen to my temper.
We all have it.